Hello everyone, I am going to show you how to mint a music NFT on ghostmarket.io. That's right, a music NFT. We've heard a lot about art NFTs and how much money they've been selling for. Well, now finally musicians are going to have their turn, and after the year we've just had with live music, it couldn't come too soon. So music can also be a digital collectible, not just art, that is fun and profitable to trade as an NFT. NFT stands for non-fungible token. It's a blockchain asset or token that is verifiably rare, and it's backed by an underlying asset, your song. So what do you need to make your own blockchain token that you can sell that represents ownership of your song? You need a song, first of all. Master file, cover art, copyright information. If you've already done the Spotify thing, if you've gone through DistroKid or TuneCore or whatever, you've got what you need, I think. You know, you should know how to do this stuff with the copyright by now, right? If you've made a CD or something like that. If not, it's pretty easy to figure it out. You need a link to your song on YouTube or Spotify so that people can hear it. Next thing you need is a wallet with KCal. That is, in fact, free. I will send you some. Let's talk about that right now. I'm going to go to phantasma.io/wallets. Let's look at that. Install it. For Mac, they're kind of weird. You got to like right click on it and choose open, you know, because it wants to protect you from yourself or something. But, you know, whatever. It's nice of it, I guess. It means well. When you open your wallet, it's going to give you a seed phrase, and that you don't ever want to share with KCal from me. This is all you need to get started, and this will just make it so easy and actually free. So you go into your wallet. You can just copy the address right here. See this copy address button? You click that. Links below to the Telegram groups for Phantasma and Ghost Market. Awesome place to be if you're doing this. And if you have questions, of course. And if you're brave, you can put your public address, you know, the one that starts with P that we just copied, down below. Don't put your seed phrase in there. But, you know, there's a separate program for artists, actually, too. And this is just donations from the community to help you get started. These are people who really want to see musicians make some money. Thanks to everyone who donated to the Soul Challenge, by the way. Wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful community, the Soul community. Thank you so much. Okay, step 3 is to create your download. This is what the buyer gets when they buy it. And so what you do is just on your computer there, you make like a folder and put the master file and your cover art. Put that in there, and you can add lyrics, liner notes, videos, anything you want to give the buyer. Put that in there and then make like a compressed archive from folder, and then go to Google Drive, upload that compressed archive, make a zip file on Windows, and then you can copy that link. And that link is actually a little long right now to go through form. That's actually like the very last thing. We'll start with that, right? Start at the end. We can just copy that in there like that. And then we can... we delete this extra stuff here because first of all, you don't need it. And then you get down to 57 characters and that goes through. That should be fixed like in a week or something, you know, when it's really long. But they're going to fix that. So, you know, these really long Google Drive links with all the extra stuff in there will create that shareable link. Step 4, mint your NFT. Ghostmarket.io/mint. This is designed to choose as uploading your image. Whatever you put there will be able to be downloaded by anybody. So art to 1500 by 1500 or lower if it's larger, so that it will show up on cover art. Let me just put in a plug for all the awesome artists who are already selling their art and making a bunch of money. The art people are already making a bunch of money, like I said they would, because this is such an awesome way to do it and it's so much cheap minting everything. So right here is where you upload your NFT image. I've already got mine uploaded. You can see this beautiful cover. That's like the self-minting collection. If you want to start a new collection, I don't know about that. You know, you probably can. So just leave it as Ghost. Put the name in, you got 30 characters. Name your NFT. You've got to sell it and protect it. Those are the 2 goals for your description, I think. And the main thing is beyond you are doing something a little bit different or whatever. You know what I mean? Like you just want to be really, really careful. And the whole idea here is that if you're going to claim that it's a one of one, you know, you want to make sure that it's not out there as a CD. You want to be explicit about that, you know, even if it is a one-of-one, say it's a one-of-one NFT, but, you know, it's not the only copy of the master or whatever. But I think what can make these really unique is if, you know, we take advantage of the licensing, then you can sell a single copy of it, and it really will be the only copy of the master that's out there because nobody buys CDs anymore. So if you are going to release it on a CD, then thousands or whatever and sell them cheaper or something like that. So, you know, just be honest. That's the main thing. A 16-bit master for your CD, but then you also get a 24-bit master, and then that is only available as an NFT. That's totally honest. That's awesome. You know, I think this is going to be a great thing for mastering engineers. And having listened to the difference, I had a really great mastering engine. Not only is the 24-bit master much better to listen to, it actually revolutionary in a number of ways. But more importantly, it's going to, you know, turn music into an investment and something, because they establish authenticity. YouTube links, and even more importantly, the links back to your NFT from YouTube, establish that you're the one selling this. It's like a signature when you sell it. I have in my YouTube description, I have more information about my NFT. So I'm, you know, buy Soul so that they can buy the NFTs and that kind of thing. And actually very soon, I'm sure Ghost Market is going to have this, you know, what they call a fiat on-ramp or whatever, you know, just meaning that you can pay with a credit card and that kind of thing. So that'll be coming, and, you know, then you won't even really have to think about it. But for the moment, you know, we're trying to be the early adopters, and we're going to be the ones who get, like, I just got 15,000 Soul for one of my songs. And if you think about, like, say like Ethereum, for example, has more Ethereum in circulation than Soul and more inflation. Ethereum's like $750, right? And Soul is like still under 7 cents. So those 15,000, that's a substantial portion of the number that are out there. And that's the whole, you know, promise and potential of this, and why we as musicians, if we do take this over and we do this, I mean, it could be just insane, phenomenal for that's just the interface here. So use single quotes. I can put in this YouTube video below. Okay, now I want to talk about copyright. This is important. If this is your first time hearing about it, do some research. Obviously, I only know the stuff for me in my case, in my country. But the general idea here is to treat it like a CD. There's no language. Treat it like a normal sale of music. This is, you're not giving up the rights, so you want to put your copyright stuff on there just like you would on a CD. But your stuff could be very complex. My stuff's very simple. I'm one person and I that. You might want to seek advice if yours isn't. You know, if you have a lawyer, they may want you to. If you are thinking that you want to do that, that's totally fine. Just put that's all part of your description there in that blank that you put on Ghost Market. Now credits, you probably won't have room for all the credits in your description. There's only 500 to a page on your own site if you need more room. So that's all part of this description here. And you can see I've got the single quotes there for the URL. I've got some credits here. And then I've got my copyright information down here. Right away, I define the deal as a 101 NFT, and I specify exactly what the buyer is going to get as part of that unlockable content package. That's the one that we created and put on Google Drive, right? That's our archive. That's what our unlockable content. You can maximize profit, and you can maximize the number of people who will be invested in your. That does mean that then you've got 5, 10, 20, or 100 people who all have a financial interest in your success. They will literally profit if you succeed more than the money. So you might want to think about that. Like if you even give away 100 copies of your song, you've created 100 people who have an interest in your success, and that can be an amazing thing and worth more than money. So there's a lot of things that this can bring that aren't just about money. This is about creating a community, you know, and a process and something. The whole point here and I skipped this, infuse, and then you choose the currency that you want it in. Some of these are kind of weird here. I don't even know what half these are. No, I'm just kidding. But there's, you know, even Ethereum or whatever if you want, but then you're going to pay those fees. So who wants that? I would stick with Soul or KCal. Has 2 tokens. Soul is the governance token, and KCal is the energy, or you actually earn KCal for free if you have Soul. In fact, that's the only way that KCal is created, you know, basically interest or whatever. But it's a staking reward. It rewards for staking it. And, you know, they might have to break up a Soul master or whatever. But that means, you know, we're just going to have to work harder to take it. We want to take over. We want to take their Soul, right? We want to get that Soul because we want to be the owners in the system. And so I recommend asking for Soul. That's what I'm going to stick with. I think we're here to take over. And so, yeah, when you're setting your price, aim high. You want to get a lot of Soul. You don't want to sell yourself short. A song takes a long time, one of those a day. But you can't do a song a day. Nobody can. I mean, maybe you could crap one out. I don't know. But a song a month is awesome. And maybe the very best, maybe 2 a month or something like that. Like an album every 6 months from a major band was like, you know, considered just an insane work schedule, right? So a song a month is a lot. Music NFTs, when it's really a genuine artist and we can see what's really going on and how this is going to help their career. And man, I tell you, the first big artist to come along, I can't even imagine. We've got our marketplace listing. Let's say we're going to list this for 100 sold. That's way too little. That's like $7 right now or something. We've got our locked content. We've got our Google Drive link in there that the person can only see our wallet. And so if you click confirm mint now, it will, I think, just do that as a step. So maybe we'll just try that. See what happens. You can also do it as a separate step. Oh, sorry, already connected. Let's just go ahead and do it. I'll show you in a second how to connect the wallet. See, it's so easy I couldn't resist. I mean, how can you not just click OK? To connect our wallet, what we'll do is we'll click on Account and just go to My Wallets. And right here where it says Wallets, I am connected. So I'm going to disconnect so I can show you this. It'll look like this when you first get in here. Just click on Add Wallet, go to Poltergeist, and it will ask you to confirm. And it's not asking me to confirm because I've done it. So we've created it. It's available. It's for sale. Oh, maybe it's not quite showing up for sale yet because it's just not fully through. But so there, we've done it. We've created our. Now we can go to account. I'm going to call it sample 001. Oops. I'm going to register my name. The name that we set up, in our case, sample 001. Okay, so now that you've created your listing, you want to share your NFT everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And the reason for that is that you want to drive traffic to your moneymaker. You know, just selling it that's going to bring you the money. This is what's going to become really obvious. Now, the first step is to record a song. That's what you do anyway, right? That's why you're watching this video. The second step is to sell it. Now you've made money with music. That's awesome. But if you think about that, like, okay, I sold a song for 15,000 SOL. That SOL is only worth 7 cents right now. What's going to make that SOL worth $1 or $10 or $100? That's if other people do the same thing. And so now what's really going to help me, and why I'm working so hard to make this video, even though what I really want to do is make more music right now, is that's actually what's going to help me more, you know, is your success. Is 10 or 100 or 1,000 people doing this. And once we have 1,000 people doing this, that's going to be, you know, unstoppable at that point, because so many people will be seeing us make money from music in a way that didn't exist until just now. So, I mean, this just comes natural and it will just be in your interest. So I've been calling this the Soul Challenge. We can use that as a hashtag. And if you take the Soul Challenge, that's all you got to do is record a song, sell it, mint it as an NFT like I've just showed you in this video, and tell other people about it, get them to do it too, and you've done the Soul Challenge. So I want to see that, I want to see those songs out there. I want to see you guys make money. I want to see, you know, just the success for everybody come together as a community, and this can really be transformative for music. This can really just remake the entire music industry into something more like the art world, where there actually is a way for artists to make money. This will reward artists early in their career most of all, because there's such a potential there when someone has their whole career ahead of them. Well, thanks so much for watching. I'd be happy to answer any questions you have, and good luck. I hope to hear from you, and I'd be glad to send you the cake, hell, and the soul to get started. Take care, everyone.